All right. Here we go. What's going on? I'm Poppy Johnson. I'm really bad with intros. I don't really know how this is gonna go, but here we are, right? Just to kind of get things off of the ground, I really wanted to start this YouTube channel. I wanted to start this series or episodes or whatever the case may be. I don't even know what they are, honestly. I'll have a name for this by the time I upload this, right? Because right now, as I'm recording, I still don't have a name for it. I don't even know what I'm going to call this, but that's besides the point. But I really wanted to start this because I kept procrastinating, right? I kept saying that I was going to upload more on my YouTube, which I actually have been doing with shorts, and it's helped me get more subscribers. But I wanted to start actually putting my face out there, actually speaking and giving a little bit more of me, a little bit more of my personality, right? And I'm an avid YouTube watcher. I'm on YouTube every day. And growing up, the person who kind of introduced me to YouTube was Dashy Games. And, from his skits to his voiceovers for Mortal Kombat, Barney, just little things like that. I guess you could kind of say he kind of inspired for me to kind of do this. Obviously, I'm not where he's at and what he does, but I just kind of wanted to stop procrastinating, right? I think that's the word of this episode: procrastinating. That's one thing we need to stop doing. But I wanted to do this, give a little bit more of who I am, an introduction of who I am, right? And again, my name is Poppy Johnson. I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. I'm a songwriter. I have a podcast with my friends that's called Lucky View Podcast. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave the link in the description. Go check that out. And you can also follow me on the socials, which will also be on the description down below. But yes, I'm Mexican American. I wasn't born here. I was born in a little town outside of the capital of Mexico called Texcoco. And my family immigrated here in the 90s, and we've been here in Jersey ever since, right? I feel like I'm a Jersey born and raised, but I'm really just Jersey raised, right? And yeah, and just growing up, grew up in a very diverse neighborhood, from having Black friends, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Desi, Peruvian. I just grew up in a very multicultural neighborhood. But me personally, growing up as being a naive child, I thought everybody was Mexican. But that's just me. But yeah, grew up. My family came here with the aspirations of living the American dream, right? And I think that any undocumented person that comes here wants to live that American dream, right? Being able to provide for their family, give their family a better life, give them the opportunities that they weren't given growing up, escaping poverty, gangs, etc., stuff like that. And not saying that it was an easy upbringing, but I am very thankful for my parents, my family. I'm very thankful for my mom, my abuela, my tios, just kind of helping me become the person I am today, kind of molding me to become the man I am today. And just, life experiences, right? But, also being undocumented is tough growing up in this country, right? I couldn't go to college. I couldn't get a job. So those were the kind of like the challenges growing up undocumented, right? Me personally, going to school and, I wanted to play soccer, right? I wanted to be a Division I soccer player. I wanted to play pro, right? I remember trying out for the New York Rebels, getting cut, whatever the case may be. But I had aspirations of becoming a football player, right? Obviously, those were cut short because I couldn't go to college. I couldn't apply to these Division I schools or these Division II schools because I didn't have the proper documentation. Growing up, I was always under the impression that I was American. But obviously, reality hits when you're starting to transition from school into the real world, right? After that, by the grace of God, thank you to my mother. Again, very humbled, very appreciative. Finally got our papers, got a green card, was able to get a job. Didn't go back to school because that wasn't my priority anymore. I had started getting into music a little bit more. So I started pursuing that and going and just working a regular job. Many years later, I finally got my citizenship. And that was probably one of the biggest reliefs, right? Being an undocumented person in this country, being able to become a citizen, not having to look behind my back, not having to watch my steps, making sure that I'm my record's clean, making sure I'm not fucking up. That's one of the things where it just felt like, man, like I got to get it together, right? But once I became a citizen, that's when the procrastination stopped, right? Again, the word of this episode is procrastination, right? I procrastinated a lot throughout the time where I had my green card, saying I was going to go get my citizenship, never did it. And then until one day I was like, you know what? I got to get it together. I got to get my life together. Got to get up and go and do what I got to do, right? To make sure that I do what's best for myself, right? But, thankfully, finally a citizen, ain't got to worry about the things anymore. And, for those listening, it's an experience, right? And just knowing, just kind of in your mindset of how to live life, right? And that's why kind of sometimes I admire those who come here with nothing, right? And to give everything to their families and give everything to their kids and being able to support and being able to provide, right? And just looking at what they've done and also looking at what my family has done and what they've created and what foundations they've set for their families, right? It's an eye opener, right? Again, I am very humble. I can say I'm very few. Well, I don't want to say I'm very few, but I want to say I am one of many who got this opportunity to become a citizen, because a lot of people don't get to become a citizen, right? It is a process. People do end up doing funny things to try to get a citizenship, but that's not here or there. The main goal when you're an undocumented person is to try to get that citizenship to be able to be a part of this society, right? But that all starts off with not procrastinating, right? You got to stop the procrastinating. But all in all, again, after all these years, I'm still here, and I just want to make sure that I'm telling that little kid who probably doesn't have their papers or is working on their way to get their papers, just know that it gets better in time. And as long as you put in the right foot forward, it'll only get better, right? But besides that, that's just a little bit of an introduction of who I am. I'm not trying to make these episodes super long. I'm not trying to bore you guys. That's not what I'm here for, right? But again, if I can inspire that next kid to do things and not procrastinate, get it together, and just kind of like, shoot for their dreams, shoot for the stars. I started doing music because I wanted to. It's something I love. It's something I love to do. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that brings genuine joy to my life, right? And again, I'm not perfect. I don't plan on being perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I think that all my imperfections, my mistakes that help me become the person I am is what makes me who I am, right? So if you're listening, just focus on you, right? But you got to stop the procrastinating. You got to do it and not focus on not even focus, but don't be like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, tomorrow does not exist. It is only today, and today you got to do it, right? But again, I am Poppy Johnson. Hopefully you tune in. And shout out to all my subscribers who I've gotten over the past 2 months. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and just bumping with my shorts and the videos that I've been posting up of unreleased music that I already have out. Just trying to get more into that realm of being able to be at arm's reach, right? I want to be able to connect with you guys a little bit more. And, hopefully this is a way to connect with you guys. But all in all, again, that's a little bit of who I am. I'm going to be doing these episodes a lot. So just tune in. Still don't know what the name of this series or episodes or show. I don't know. But hope you're tuning in. Hope you stay tuned in. And yeah, again, I'm Poppy Johnson. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell at the bottom to keep yourself updated with more videos and more music that I'm gonna drop soon. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.